What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Redriveraviation. Hope you guys had a fantastic day today. And today we have your July and August 2022 Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport update for you guys. I really hope you guys are excited for today's video. I'm so excited to finally be back at Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport, and I hope you guys are excited as well. We have an awesome update in store today. We have so many awesome movements, some new aircrafts in here, and just a lot of awesome things to go into in today's airport update. I really hope you guys are excited for today's video. We'll be giving some periodic information throughout the update, but we'll have quite a bit of talking here at the end because there's a lot of updates to get started with and quite a bit going on. So nevertheless, I really hope you guys are excited for today's video, and without any further delay, let's begin. Sorry about the lighting. The Sears clouds are kind of hanging out back there, but hopefully they'll dissipate a little bit, but we still have some pretty decent lighting here. So nevertheless, we're going to get started. So beginning right here, we have the American Airlines Airbus A380 with the CFM engines. This guy's currently coming in from New Orleans and heading out to Washington Reagan DCA following this. Very nice. The beautiful American Airlines Boeing 777-300ER is currently making the non-stop service today in from London Heathrow, and we'll be heading back out there. That's pretty much all they have right now, so I apologize, but hopefully they'll enhance that very, very soon. And also taxiing out for departure right here, this is heading over to runway, this should be our 36 right, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, left or right. We have the Lufthansa Airbus A340-300. This guy's currently making the non-stop service today back out to Frankfurt, Germany. This is a really, really cool route here for Lufthansa, and they do a really good job with this service. So very glad to get to see that aircraft in today's airport update, and they do a really good job. So glad to see that right there for the Lufthansa. Great work right there. So very nice way to start today's airport update. The American Airlines 737-800 is currently making a non-stop service today in from Oklahoma City. This guy will have a continuing service today out to San Antonio. Very nice. The Embraer ERJ-170 on the behalf of Envoy Air is currently coming in from Des Moines and will be heading out to Grand Junction. This has been really cool. You get to see American Eagle utilize these. They just announced that they'll be adding another 15 to the fleet, which is really cool, with exiting 15 Embraer 145s. So obviously that retirement's getting accelerated here. So we'll have some more 170s. So definitely looking for Gemini to do a normal Envoy one. That would be really cool. But one is good enough for now till they kind of migrate out of O'Hare, if you will. So good enough to say the least. This American Eagle CRJ-900 in the Mesa House livery is currently coming in from Myrtle Beach and will be heading over to Panama City, Florida. So nice to see that right there. And since we're over here, we'll get this stunning American Airlines Boeing 777-200ER. This guy made a cargo flight today. We'll say that this guy's coming in from, you know, there's a lot of different 777 destinations. So why don't I get one that makes logistical sense? They actually have been mainly doing it on the other aircraft. We'll say this guy's doing Seoul, though. That's a typical one, and Beijing's also another one they've done. So we'll say Seoul here for this guy, though. Good model, and glad to have it in the fleet. It's really nice. The UPS McDonald's MD-11 freighter made a non-stop service today in from Ontario. This guy's going to be continuing over to Chicago Rockford here in a little bit. Very nice to see that. And we have the Air Cal American Airlines 737-800. This guy's currently taxiing over for departure to runway 35. I think it's left, if I'm not mistaken. This guy's making a non-stop service today over to Indianapolis. This guy came in earlier today from San Jose in California. I'm sorry, guys. Right after dinner filming is not the prettiest, to say the least, as you guys can tell. We do have a stunning American Eagle Embraer ERJ-145 lineup and some SkyWest 700s. Very excited to get these in the update. And this is really bulked up a lot since now we have even more American CRJ 700s. So really glad to see this in today's update. But we'll even get right here with December 145. This guy's coming in from Birmingham, and this guy's going to be continuing today out to Waco. Then we have the CRJ-700 for SkyWest, of course. This will be another dominant replacer of the 145, and we'll talk about that a little bit more. But this guy's currently making a non-stop service today in from Birmingham, and this guy's going to be continuing out to Fort Wayne, Indiana. But yes, definitely got to make these 145s count. They've been a workhorse here for American for nearly 20 years or so, so they've been a huge part of the fleet, and we definitely have to respect that, to say the least. This 145 for Envoy is currently making a service today in from Springfield, and will continue out to Stillwater. And this SkyWest CRJ-700 house livery, there's so many of these. It's really cool to get to see these all in Chicago the other day. But this guy's currently making the non-stop service today in from St. Louis. And this guy's going to have a continuing service today over to South Bend, Indiana. So yes, looking very nice. But definitely saw plenty of these on my 2 trips. And I'll talk a little bit more about the 2 trips here throughout the video. But we have 2 more Embraer 145s for SkyWest. The first one here in front of you is coming in today from Birmingham and will continue out to Midland, Texas. And the second one in the back here is currently making a service today in from College Station and will be continuing out to Fort Smith, Arkansas. Very nice. So nice assortment of airplanes over here. We do have a Cessna Citation X over here that I wanted to feature. I usually wouldn't have put this aircraft in here, but Billy did want me to feature a route. There was a recent golf tournament as a local airport, which was Lake South Tahoe Airport. So I wanted to feature that for him since he requested it, and usually I'm really bad with getting to people's requests. So there you go, Billy. The Cessna Citation X10 out to South Lake there for the charter flight. For the golf tournament. This guy came in earlier today from Las Vegas. So sorry about the lack of that, and I hope to get better with that too. Feel free to check out the local fan pictures and subscriber routes. Those are in the description down below. This Phenom 300 is currently making a non-stop service today. We'll say this guy's NetJets. This guy's currently coming in from Albuquerque, New Mexico, and this guy's continuing service today out to Augusta, Kansas. Very nice. Alrighty, with that said, let's transition over here to the D extension piece. We have some beautiful airplanes over here and some pretty nice lighting to take a look at. So let's take a look at these. Beginning here in the front, you have the Astrojet American 737-800. This guy's kind of making a non-stop service today in from Austin, Texas. And this guy's going to have a continuing service today out to Baltimore. The Airbus A321 is currently coming in from Fort Lauderdale. And this guy has a continuing service today over to Salt Lake City. And then zooming in just a touch more, the Airbus A319 with fence tips is currently coming in from Syracuse, New York. This guy's going to have a continuing service today out to, I saw also from Famo, thank you guys for helping me out with this. I believe they're going to be adding Bakersfield as a mainline service in the fall, which is pretty impressive, 2 daily A319s. Not quite yet though, this guy's going to be heading out to, let's go with, I about said Tucson, but a lot of 321s there. Let's say this guy's heading out to, I apologize guys, New Orleans, and this guy came in earlier today from Houston Intercontinental. Lastly, the Airbus A320 is currently coming in from Spokane, Washington. This guy's going to have a continuing service today over to, there was also a A320 Syracuse, so let's send that one to Syracuse too, so very nice. Now, normally I would go to the back side for the lighting on this Concourse, but since I'm right here and since it looks kind of nice, we'll do this for different to kind of change it up. So pretty interesting stuff over here at Terminal E, as you guys know. And here's some more SkyWest CRJ-700s. And again, it's really nice to get those additional 3, as you guys hopefully saw by now from Massive Unboxing 21. I don't know if that got posted yet or not. I'm assuming it has. So yes, really nice to get those airplanes in here. And here are, one of these might be the SkyWest, but nevertheless, we have 2 of them here, as you guys can see. The one on your right is currently making the nonstop service today in from, let's see here, Fargo, North Dakota. This guy's going to have a continuing service today out the Tri-Cities, Tennessee. And then your aircraft on your left is currently coming in from Keelan, Texas. This guy's going to have a continuing service today out to, let's go with Shreveport, Louisiana. That's a cool route right there. Oh boy, big news with Spirit, of course, as they should be merging now with JetBlue, which is really interesting. So I thought it was going to be Frontier. I thought it made more sense for Frontier, but I guess now we're going to get Spirit out of this, or sorry, JetBlue. So it'll be interesting to see what the DFW operation turns into, but hopefully they definitely don't get rid of it, but we'll have to see. The Spirit Airbus A320neo is currently loading up with a nonstop service today out to Minneapolis, St. Paul. This guy is continuing service today up to Las Vegas. Then the Airbus A321 is currently coming in today from Denver. This guy's going to have a continuing service today. I'm sorry, that was the Frontier sheet, my bad. New York LaGuardia, that's what I was looking for. This guy's going to be continuing today up to Baltimore Thurgood International Airport. I'm sorry, I cannot talk today. It's been a little bit since I filmed the Dallas update. You know, it's been, I think May was the last time that we had the airport out. So really nice to have it back out though. It's a stunning airport, as you guys can see, and I absolutely love it. Frontier's Griswold, the Bears Airbus A320. I guess they'll be standing alone independent. They are going to be ending some services, which some of them were kind of oddballs anyways. So this guy's currently coming in from Miami, which will be one of those cuts. And this guy's going to continue out to Cincinnati, which has been a very nicely sustained route here at Dallas. Delta's also been doing really well here. Here's their 320. This guy's going to be making out to Los Angeles today, came in earlier today from Atlanta or Citrus Aviation's airport. The A220-100 is currently coming in from Minneapolis and continuing out to New York LaGuardia. Filming after dinner has obviously been tough, but it's all good. A220-300 is currently coming in today from Detroit. Or did I say Detroit? I'm sorry, we'll say Detroit, and this guy's continuing out to Salt Lake City. And the A320 we'll get a slightly better view of here in a moment. This guy's kind of making the nonstop service. I actually have a better idea. Why don't we just do this for different? We're just going to pan it on over today because we're already over here. Might as well make it work. So this A321 is currently coming in from Atlanta, and he's continuing out to New York. Or sorry, not New York. This guy's also Los Angeles, so very nice. So yeah, we're currently coming over the Concourse for different. I've never done this before, so why not change it up? JetBlue's Airbus A320, the barcode tail is currently coming in from New York's John F. Kennedy, and this guy's continuing out to Boston. Hopefully we'll get the 220 back soon. The Alaska 737 MAX has been very prominent, 2 daily flights to Seattle. So this guy's coming in from Seattle after a flight in from Portland. Really nice aircraft, glad to have that in here. These are, okay, I'm sorry, never mind. I've changed my mind. I completely forgot that that aircraft was debuting. I completely forgot that the stunning Star Wars livery was debuting today, or I wouldn't have done that. I apologize. But there's some better views of JetBlues in Alaska down there in the foreground. Then we have some brand new NG models right here. We have the United 737-900. Really glad I chose to get this model. This is really nice. This guy's currently coming in from today from Newark, and this guy's continuing today out to Houston Intercontinental. And we have the, oh man, this is possibly one of the best creations in 1-400 to date. I would argue that with anybody. This is awesome, man. Just take a look at this. I know it's been repainted and all that, but I definitely cannot resist using it because this is, just look at that. This is the United Airlines Boeing 737-800 in the Rise of the Star Wars, or Skywalker, I think something like that, Star Wars livery. You guys know what I'm talking about. This thing is awesome. This guy's currently making the nonstop service today in from, let's go with this guy for Washington Dulles. This guy's continuing today over to Chicago O'Hare. That is awesome, man. NG Models somehow miraculously was able to somehow make this, and I most certainly will be using it because, man, that is awesome. What a plane right there. Super, super nice, and very glad to debut it here at Dallas-Fort Worth. This is absolutely awesome. Just take a look at that, man. From the colors to the atmosphere on there, just, man, to everything, that is so cool. So this Star Wars 737, excuse me, currently making that service. That is awesome. And you have the Wheezy Air Canada number 175 to kind of finish out this lineup. This guy's currently making a service today in from Montreal, and it's continuing on to Toronto. So been glad to see that. But man, Terminal E is looking really good, and we've had quite a few awesome movements. I've been very glad to see that, to say the least. And thank you, son, for coming back out. Wow, how about this lineup? So been really, really excited to piece together something like this for quite a while. This is a stunning international lineup. As you guys can see, there's obviously one more aircraft I'll get a better view with here in a moment, but this is looking absolutely awesome. But before we get over there, let's get our Wheezy American Airlines stuff out of the way. We love it, but at the same time, we want to get over there. So starting here with the A321. This guy's currently making the nonstop service today. This is the closest thing I have from my Medal of Honor flight to Nashville in June, which is just unbelievable. Thank you guys for all the support on that so far. That was so cool. Obviously, I had a short connection in June at DFW due to that, and for what I was able to see, Dallas is doing really well right now. So it was really cool to finally be back, and that I will speak on that a little bit more towards the end, but feel free to check that out. That was awesome. But that guy's currently making that service out to Nashville today. He came in from there too, so keeping it realistic to that. So very nice. American's heavies have been pretty inconsistent. There's been mainly a bunch of heavy flights, but there's also not been a ton of like any domestic flights, to say the least. It's been pretty dormant, but here's the 787-8. This guy's currently pushing back with service out to Dublin, which was finally one that's on there, so that's at least nice. But came in from Seoul, and that's pretty much it for 787-8 here. They're mainly on the East Coast, so that's what that guy's doing. I apologize about the camera. The American Airlines 777-200 in the One World livery is currently making the nonstop service today in from Honolulu, and will be continuing over today out to Rome, which is a nice route for him. I think that works really well. The American Airlines 787-9 has been much more active. This guy's currently coming in from Amsterdam. He'll be continuing today out to Sao Paulo, which is very nice. The international lineup is most certainly looking absolutely incredible. We have two new models here that have been models that one of them I wasn't really planning on getting. The other one has been one I've wanted here for quite some time. So let's dive into this incredible international lineup. This is the brand new 2022 release Emirates Boeing 777-300ER. This is a really nice model. Gemini Jets actually somehow did a fantastic job putting this aircraft together. So massive thumbs up for Gemini to finally make this happen, because this is really, really good. This guy's currently making a nonstop service today in from Dubai, of course, in the United Arab Emirates, and we'll be heading back out there. They are still in the 777-200LR, but this is good enough. This is kind of the dream Emirates model. I'm not going to complain, and this is perfect. So Emirates making their service today out to Dubai. Man, oh man, how many times have I talked about this aircraft? It is so nice to finally have the absolutely stunning, to say the least, Qatar Airways Airbus A350-1000 and finally the normal livery. I've been talking about trying to get one of these for forever, and I'm so glad that the Aviation 400 version finally came to fruition. It's just so awesome to get to see this in this moment and in some amazing conditions to make its debut here at Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. This guy, of course, is making one of the 2 daily services in from Doha in Qatar, of course. I mean, this is just such a cool asset to finally have. You guys know that I've been rocking with those One World planes for multiple multiple years now, and it's really cool to finally have the standard livery Qatar A350. This comes in every single day, and it's just such a pivotal piece of Dallas, especially in the afternoon hours. It's always here, so it's just awesome to have this. The A350 most certainly is in quite a unique situation right now, to say the very least, but it's so cool to have Qatar's A350 finally here in the normal livery. The antelope looks so good on the tail, and it's so cool to have Qatar here at the Dallas-Fort Worth Model Airport. So I'm so glad to finally have this after an extended wait, and it's just so nice. So the Qatar A350, of course, making the non-stop service today out to Doha in Qatar. Lastly, you have the Qantas 787-9 currently loading up. This guy, of course, making the turnaround service back out to Sydney. Really excited for Melbourne to start this December. That's going to be really, really cool. But it's awesome to see Sydney and how well that's been doing, inspiring Qantas to start the Melbourne service. I think Qantas has a bright future, and who knows, maybe we even get the A380 back one day, because that couldn't have went much better. Wow, how about this? It has finally happened, everybody. British Airways has sent the Airbus A380 to Dallas-Fort Worth once again. Man, we've been waiting on this for quite some time for BA to finally do this, and it's so awesome to see British Airways at long last, after extended delays and absences and all kinds of items, to finally be sending their Airbus A380 to Dallas-Fort Worth this summer. On July 1st, this made the inaugural service in from London Heathrow, and it was so cool. The flight ended up getting delayed, so it ended up having some incredible lighting, and it was just so cool to see from Founders Plaza. First double-decker since the pandemic. Of course, our boys at Qantas flew it here daily, and now British Airways is flying it here daily. It's so cool to see the A380 here, and we have to be super appreciative, because obviously with all the global events at this time, who knows what the future of this aircraft holds, and it's so awesome to see the British Airways A380 here. It's so awesome to get this model for Christmas from my dad, to be able to represent this moment, and so awesome that we finally are here to represent this. So this is so awesome, and I'm so glad to finally be able to do this. So the British Airways Airbus A380-800 is making the non-stop service today in from London Heathrow, of course. Is going to be heading back out there as well. What a stunning airplane. I mean, from top to bottom, this is actually a really, really nice aircraft by Gemini Jets. The nose wheel is high. The wing unfortunately broke, so that's why it sits like that. I didn't glue it. I'm just trying to figure out why it won't sit better than that, but just what a stunning aircraft, man. This is just what aviation is all about, is being able to represent moments like this. And there's no complaints whatsoever from me with this stunning aircraft, the Super Jumbo, making it in, and he's going to take a gate over there from Qantas. So what a unit. So glad to have this, and so excited to feature it, and many more updates to come. Really, really nice, and just what an effort right there. Very happy to see that. That is awesome. So the international lineup at its prime, you guys saw it in the thumbnail. That is awesome. And DFW's international markets most certainly enhanced so much. And we even have so much more coming. Air France has been consistent. Of course, Finnair trying to get A350 for them. Iberia trying to get a 332. And I'm trying to think if there's anybody else, but Japan's now flying the 333, so that would be awesome. So hopefully I can get even more additional assets, but where we even were even like 2 years ago, it's I'm super happy to see how far we've came. So I hope you guys have enjoyed it as well, and this has just been so awesome. So very, very nice to say the least right there. This American Eagle CRJ-700 is currently making the non-stop service today in from, let's go with Lawton, Oklahoma today for SkyWest. This guy's going to be making a continuing service today out to Manhattan, Kansas. Very nice. Let's start with over here for Concourse C, and we'll just kind of migrate around since we have so many airplanes. So let's get started with this stunning lineup. The mainline operations have been pretty solid here at DFW. There's not been a whole lot of change, but there's been a couple things here and there. So let's dive into those applicable details at this time. American Airlines' Airbus A319 is currently making the non-stop flight today in from Chattanooga. This guy's going to be continuing out to Santa Barbara. Airbus A320 IAE engines is currently coming in today from Buffalo, and this guy's continuing out to Memphis. The 737-800 with the logo on the winglet is currently coming in from, let's go with Atlanta for him. This guy's going to be continuing today out to Libria, hopefully I said that right, in Costa Rica. And American Airlines Airbus A321 is currently making the non-stop service today in from Portland. This guy's continuing out to West Palm Beach. Couple aircraft there in the foreground, as you guys can see. Let me see if I can zoom it in to where it just stops being so unsteady. It's a little better, sorry guys, but actually we'll just do one at a time for that. I guess it wasn't going to be steady. Anyways, American Airlines 787-9 is currently making the non-stop flight today in from Honolulu. This guy's continuing out to Kona. That may be a 777, but since we have it here, there it is. American Airlines Embraer ERJ-170 in the retro colors is currently coming in from Grand Junction, continuing out to Keelan. Again, various routes for that, but they kind of just substitute, so there it is. American Eagle CRJ-900 is currently making the non-stop service today in from Bloomington, Illinois. This guy's going to be continuing today out to Daytona Beach on the Saturday-only service. Very nice. There is an aircraft behind there, so anticipate that we get that here in just a moment. But let's see if I can zoom back out and get us back to some stable frames because that was pretty rocky. American Airlines' 737-800 is currently making the nonstop flight today in from Charlotte. This guy's going to be continuing out to Fresno. Airbus A380 with IAE engines is currently coming in today from Albuquerque and is going to be continuing out to Sarasota. The 737-800 down there is currently, sorry guys, I don't know why it's not going stable mode. 737 MAX 8, excuse me. This guy's actually coming in from San Jose and will be continuing out to Tulsa. Some substitutions there, so you like to see it. The Airbus A319, if I can get it to stabilize. I don't know why it will not stabilize today. I'm so sorry, guys. That's a little better. A319 with Shotcut is currently making the non-stop service in from Key West. This guy's continuing out to Eagleville. Very historic route right there. In that 737 in the corner. I normally wouldn't put 737s on the corner, but we're kind of running out of mainline planes, so that's why we need as many gates as possible. This guy's currently making the non-stop flight today in from Guadalajara. This guy's going to be continuing out to San Diego. And then we have two more aircraft there in the back, and since they're in good lighting, we'll get them here. American Airlines' CRJ 700 for SkyWest is currently making a non-stop service today. Let's say this guy's currently coming in from Little Rock, and this guy's continuing over to... I want to get some varieties, so I'll check the sheet here, I'm sorry. Let's go with Durango, and then the Airbus A319 and the Piedmont livery is currently coming in from Pittsburgh, and this guy's going to be continuing today over to Savannah. There it is, very nice. Okay, so Concourse C, just like that. That went by quick. Let's adjust the tables, and then we'll take a look over here at Concourse A and B. And here we go with the little intermission. I actually decided to do these portions first. So a little break from American. Let's head over here to the Northeast Cargo Ramp where we'll find FedEx Primary, and we'll actually do something different with the Polar, or sorry, the DHL, excuse me. This FedEx 757-200 is currently coming in from, let's go with, I'm sorry guys. FedEx 757 is kind of vacant here at the airport. It's not very common. We'll say this guy's coming in from Newark, heading out to Greensboro. The FedEx 767-300 is currently coming in on a turnaround from Indianapolis. I wish I could do more with that, but that's usually what it is. And the FedEx McDonald's MD-11 freighter is currently coming in from Memphis as well on a turnaround. So, yes, trying to keep, well, it'll say it's sent out to Ontario and likewise, vice versa for the 767. So how about that? We'll change up there. Primary 767-300 is currently coming in from, let's go with Los Angeles for him. This guy's continuing out to, we'll go with Orlando. It's a little all over the place with primary routes, so I'll try to get some more solidified ones in the future. So looking good there. And actually what we're going to be doing with this Kalitta Air is I think I'm going to turn into a DHL hybrid, but there's some of these aircraft with the Polar titles right here. So I think I'll probably just put paper Polar over it and just kind of use it in both those ways. I like the Kalitta, but if I can do Polar there and just change it, I think I will. So Polar brings this aircraft in from Cincinnati a lot. So we'll say this guy's coming in from Cincinnati or DHL or the hybrid airline or what exactly you'd like to call them. That is what they do. So yeah, that is the current status right there. The American Airlines maintenance facility is also looking very nice as I pan around for some better angles. We have multiple heavies, including a 777-200, a 787-8, and a 787-9, all currently hanging out and getting some work done. They'll be back in the skies here in a couple weeks, so looking good with the, well, not a couple weeks, but a couple days, so looking good with those guys. We'll try to get a good angle here. I may have to come around to the other side. In fact, I will. But as you guys can see, we have the beautiful aircraft maintenance strata folding set right here on this absolutely beautiful, oh man, I'm so glad I came around. This actually turned out really well. American Airlines Boeing 777-300ER. This guy's currently getting some heavy maintenance done on a C check. This guy's going to be going back into service here very soon, but they do this a lot over here at the West Hangar especially, but the East Hangar I think also does some work like this. So that is currently what this aircraft is doing. It is looking really nice, and I'm very glad I chose to pick this up. This makes it even more realistic. I wasn't struggling, but I didn't have any like realistic maintenance ground service equipment, so very glad that Gemini chose to make this and I'm able to get it and utilize it because now we have realistic maintenance. So that American 777, one of my favorite models, November 718 Alpha November. Such a pretty plane, the first ever pre-order. In fact, it was about 9 years ago at this time, back in 2013, that I pre-ordered this airplane, and that's just so cool to think about. I remember, I'll even put some screenshots on the I'll put some screenshots on the screen if I remember, because it was so cool, man. I was so excited, and that's what it's all about right there from a young age. Man, first new livery airplane, and as you guys can see, I'm so glad I took so good care of it because it is here living its purpose, and that's awesome. I've used it in countless Dallas updates, so that's just so awesome to see. So very, very nice to say the least right there. That's awesome. Various American Airlines 737 airplanes. We have the MAX currently getting some work done. This 737-800 is currently getting maintenance up a little bit. And lastly, excuse me, my goodness, you have the new logo on the winglet for that aircraft. He just got that put on. All these guys will be making some revenue service here in the next couple days. They're just kind of hanging out and doing their thing at the moment. Here's American Eagle Embraer ERJ-175. This guy's just getting some routine maintenance done on him. He'll be heading back out here in a couple of days. And then the CRJ-700 right here just made a non-stop service today. Sorry, want to get some variety in these, some variety in these aircraft. This guy's currently making a non-stop service today in from Huntsville. This guy's going to be continuing today over to, Colorado Springs. Very nice. Lighting's really bad, so I'm just going to transition around. But as you guys can see, now the lighting is very good with this American Airlines Boeing 777-300ER. You guessed it, he's heading out to London Heathrow. I believe they have like 5 daily flights right now. It's just bonkers to see how much Americans pushing Heathrow. But hey, if they have the cargo, if they have the planes, let's do it, because that's an option and I love to see it. Very nice. The American Airlines 787-8 just landed on 17 Center. This guy, I mean, I have like nothing for him, so I apologize. Maintenance check in from Miami. He'll head out to, we'll say he's heading out to Dublin here tomorrow. UPS 767-300 freighter just made a non-stop service in from Los Angeles. This guy's continuing today out to, let's go with Greensboro. I do a lot of West Coast for him, so let's send him to the East Coast this time around. And the American Eagle Embraer ERJ-145 on the behalf of Envoy Air is currently making a non-stop service today in from Tyler, Texas. This guy's going to have a continuing service today over to Springfield, Illinois. Alrighty guys, so here we go over here with the Terminal A and B lineup. We have various aircraft here, so let's get into this. The American Airlines Airbus A380 is currently making a non-stop service today in from Spokane. This guy's going to be continuing out to Savannah. The American Airlines Airbus A321neo is currently making a non-stop service today in from A321neo has made some more appearances here. This guy's coming in from Miami, continuing out to Anchorage. Quite a few flights there, so you love to see it. The U.S. Airways Heritage Airbus A321 is currently pushing back service out to Phoenix. This guy came in earlier today from, I just forgot it, Philadelphia, sorry. And we have various American Airlines mainline planes. Feel free to compare the colors and let me know which one you guys think the best one is in the comment section. Honestly, this is a pretty good debate, so I'm going to be eager to hear your guys' thoughts. But I'm just going to start walking through them. This A319 in front of us coming in from Harrisburg, and this guy's continuing today out to Little Rock. 737-800 is currently coming in today from, let's go with Columbus for him. This guy's continuing over to Jacksonville. The Airbus A321, that is a Sharklet aircraft. This guy's currently coming in from Cancun. This guy's going to be continuing today out to Ontario. A 737-800 down there is currently coming in from Norfolk, and this guy's continuing today out to San Antonio. Then we have Airbus A321 in the stand-up to cancer paint scheme. This guy's currently coming in from Tucson. This guy's going to be making a continuing flight today over to, let's go with, how about Newark? There it is. That's what I was looking for. Lastly, down there, if I missed the 737, I'm sorry. I may have accidentally skipped the 737. If I did with the logo on the wing, that guy's coming in from Burbank, and he's continuing out to Las Vegas. I think I may have got a little confused. The last 737-800 down there for sure is currently coming in from Richmond, and this guy's continuing over to Tampa. And then there is the America West A319, some pretty nice lighting down there. This guy's currently making a service today in from A319's all over the place. Go with Louisville for him. He's going to be heading out to Madison. So nice assortment of aircraft right there, as you guys can see. Spirit's Airbus A319 just made a landing. I was like, why is he turning? He just landed on 17 right. That makes much more sense now. This guy made a non-stop service today in from Fort Lauderdale, and this guy's continuing today over to Detroit. So that's a pretty popular route, I believe, which is kind of interesting. So very nice to see that right there. That's really nice. We'll take a slight intermission because we're just going to progressively work over there since we have the light in our favor right now. The United Airlines 737-900 Eco Skies livery aircraft. I'll just, for the heck of it, just show it a little bit better. There we go. This guy just landed and it's kind of making an odd taxi route. This guy's making a non-stop service today in from Denver, and this guy's continuing over to San Francisco. What a stunning aircraft. NG did a really good job. I'm glad I chose to get it. That's really, really nice. American Eagle's Embraer ERJ-175 is currently making a non-stop service today in from, let me get some more RJ routes here. Apologies. This guy's coming in from Columbia, South Carolina, and this guy's continuing today over to Greensville, Spartanburg, or TPA Aviation Airport. And then the CRJ-900 is currently making a non-stop service today out to Santa Barbara, or TPA Aviation Airport. And we'll be having a continuing service today out to El Paso, or TPA Aviation Airport. So hopefully I got all your routes. If I missed one, I'm very sorry about that. But I think those are all three of them for Dallas. And let me know if you guys want some subscriber routes too. I promise I'll be taking a look at that right after this update, make sure I didn't miss anything. So yeah. Turkish Airlines Boeing 787-9 just made the non-stop service today in from Istanbul. This guy's going to be heading back out there. Daily service has been doing really well, so I really enjoyed seeing Turkish's very quick progression here at Dallas. They've done an outstanding job. I've really enjoyed seeing that. So great job by Turkish. Really, really proud of you guys, and you guys have done really, really well, to say the very least. We will progress over here down here to, we have a couple of aircraft down here that we didn't get a chance to get. So I believe we got everything on the taxiway right there. That American Airlines A321neo, as all my papers fall. This guy's currently coming in from Lima, Peru. He came into the international concourse course, got towed over here, and now he's going to be making a non-stop service today out to Orlando. So very, very nice to see American Airlines' mainline progress going super strong, and they've done a really good job over here to say the least. So very, very proud of American right there. And then that A321 is currently taxiing in after non-stop servicing from San Diego. This guy will be continuing out to Portland. I'm sorry, I need to get a better folder method here because they're going everywhere, so I apologize. Okay, we got the papers, we're making it, and that's what it matters, so doing good. Alrighty, so that American Airlines 737-800 and TWA livery is currently making a non-stop service today in from Boise. This guy's gonna be continuing out to Raleigh-Durham. And this American Airlines 737-800 in the One World livery is currently making a non-stop service today in from Los Angeles, and this guy's continuing out to Kansas City. What a nice model that is right there, very nice. And the American Airlines 777-200ER is currently making a non-stop service today. He came in from Buenos Aires earlier in South America, of course, I believe in Brazil. This guy's going to have a continuing service today over to Frankfurt here in a little bit. So realistic pardon destination, Rome, Paris, Frankfurt. I believe they all are pre-cleared, so they use Concourse A right here. So very nice to see that right there. And here we go into some more mainline aircraft. They never get old. American Airlines' Airbus A380 is currently making a non-stop service in from Jackson Hole. This guy's going to have a continuing service. The A380 with Shotcut's been a little odd. We'll say this guy's going to be heading out to, Jackson, or no, yeah, we'll do a turnaround, I suppose. They're kind of inconsistent. I apologize. American Airlines' A321 is currently coming in from Charleston, and this guy's going to have a continuing service today out to San Diego. Apologies. This American Airlines A319 is currently making a service today in from Des Moines, and he's going to have a continuing service today over to, I'm trying to think of what airport that is. MFE, I'm trying to remember. It's in Texas, I'm pretty sure. That's where he's going, though. You guys may know. Comment below if you do. I should, too. Reno Air, the American Airlines 737-800 is currently coming in from Reno, Nevada. This guy's going to have a continuing service today out to San Francisco. And then into some regional jets, the American Eagle CRJ-900 is currently making the service in from Mesa. Love this aircraft. Always continue to iterate that. It's been about a year of having them here, which is just, that's crazy. That shows you how fast time's flying. This guy's coming in from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. This guy's going to have a continuing flight out to Billings. And here is the Mesa House livery. This guy's currently coming in from Cedar Rapids, and he's going to be continuing over to, some of these are kind of all over the place. We'll go with Northwest Arkansas. American Eagle's Embraer ERJ-175 is currently coming in from Grand Rapids, and he's continuing over to Omaha. And the CRJ-900 for, this is Mesa 2. PSA might still be here. I honestly did not get a chance to check that detail, so I apologize. CRJ-900 is currently coming in from Lubbock and is continuing out to Amarillo. And here's another Embraer 175. This guy's currently coming in for Envoy and from Little Rock, and this guy's continuing out to Monterey, California. And this Embraer ERJ-175 is currently making the non-stop service in from, sorry, I didn't have the full list. I apologize. There we go. Tallahassee. This guy's continuing today over to Hilton Head. There we go. Very nice. So very solid assortment there for American, as you guys can see. This Airbus A320 is currently coming in from Destin, Fort Walton Beach, and this guy's continuing out to San Antonio. The Embraer ERJ-145 is currently coming in today from Gulfport and continuing out to, sorry, I need to just start picking routes more. I just need to stop thinking about it. Knoxville, Tennessee. And lastly, this Embraer ERJ-175 is currently coming in from Birmingham, Alabama. This guy's going to have a continuing flight today over to Dayton, Ohio. Wanted to finish on a very strong note there. I believe that's every aircraft over here. I believe we only have 2 final aircraft, so, or actually 3. I forgot to put this one here. So just please ignore the mess in the background. We were kind of in a transitioning period there, and I kind of ran out of time. So sorry. And I left most of them out because most of those are for retro DFWs. So please apologize. That mess, I will have that fixed for the next update, and everything in the very back there. Please ignore that too, because there's a mess back there. UPS's 747-400 is currently making a non-stop service today in from Louisville. This guy's continuing out to Anchorage. The A300 is currently making a non-stop service today in from Miami, and this guy's going to have a continuing flight today over to, let me get a new route for you guys. Atlanta, there it is. And the 757-200 getting ready to be loaded up. This guy's heading out to San Antonio. This guy came in from Houston. Only 2 routes that I found, so I apologize there. But really, really nice assortment of UPS aircraft. They have a really big ramp. I hope to get a better representation of it. But again, please excuse the planes. I apologize, and they most certainly don't look too hot. So why don't we turn back to something that looks better with the end of today's Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport update. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. So obviously, quite a bit to talk about. I only have so much storage on this phone, so I'll try to do as much as possible. I really need to fix that, so I'm going to try to work on this immediately following this airport update. But let's see here. Lots of good movements going on, to say the least. Dallas has had an awesome summer. I kind of was sad that I wasn't able to do it more than just what I ended up being able to do it. I wanted to get it set up earlier in July just to kind of get that vibe going, and unfortunately just lots of projects came up and just so many things I was so busy with, so that kind of screwed up. And then I really wanted to go do some spotting during the day. I may still be able to do that here by the time the end of the year comes around. But the good news is Airliners International will for sure be down there, and I'll be down there for 6 or 7 days, or at least 5, but probably 6 or 7 days. So that most certainly will be a lot for Dallas, and I'm really excited because I've really wanted to spend just a trip just hanging out down there for aviation related stuff, and this is going to be perfect. So that's going to be awesome. We'll get to the C.R. Smith Museum, and we're going to go everywhere. Dallas Love Field, I believe, has their exhibit too. So really hope to go to all these exhibits and just get to experience everything. That's going to be really, really fun. I'm really excited for that. But on top of that, we of course also have the hopefully another trip to come for Dallas. And also I had the layover in June, which obviously did not go according to plan, but the fact that I made the connecting flight was just incredible. But it was so good to be back. I know this is an awful replica, but we were like D20 would, I guess, proportionally speaking, out of this 6 inches would have been like right here probably. But Medal of Honor was incredible. I'm so excited to get that model for this model airport. So Gemini, please, come on, let's do it. Very excited for that. And of course, we'll have a lot of great releases to come. So very excited for that. And we just have an awesome future ahead. Like I said, DFW's had a great summer. It's been very busy, very packed. International airlines especially just been having a field day. Finnair, of course, BA bringing the A380 here. Japan's got the 777. Qatar's got multiple daily flights. Qantas is going to be starting in Melbourne. Air France has made their consistent debut. Lufthansa's been consistent. Everybody's been consistent. There's been no major inconsistencies. I think Iberia's 5 times a week. So, I mean, and Turkish is just daily now. Of course, they started service. So, been very impressive, and I'm really excited to see what the next carrier here is. I don't know what it will be. Really could be anything, to be honest. Hopefully, maybe we get like I don't think we'll go as far as like an Air India or something, but possibly we get maybe I'm just throwing out some stuff. Possibly we get like an ANA or who knows, honestly. I mean, ANA would be an airline, or maybe even like an Aer Lingus. I don't know. I think we have some choices there. So hopefully we get a good airline next, and I think that the expansion will definitely continue to be really strong. So I'm really excited for that. One thing I did want to mention is in the previous DFW update, I did mention that I was going to try to change the format. I chose not to do that just because I'm really used to this layout, and honestly, I need some more time to kind of sit down and think about how I want the bridge to be from this replica to hopefully a full set in stone one, a very realistic one in the future. I don't know when that will be, but hopefully at some point. So that's definitely a long-term goal of mine, and I hope to work on that. So that is definitely something that I hope to get some really good working on at some point, but I hope to have a new format to at least expand, because obviously, as you guys can see, there is, and be able to work on it and all that fun stuff. So I apologize. Right now, storage again. I'm going over to computer. I'm going to finish a video real quick, and I'm going to work on the storage because it's really frustrating, and we need to get some of these clips put on the computer because the airdrop screwed up. So that's where all the problems started, and then I was trying to import them through photos, and that's a whole different system. So, but I'm gonna go work on that now because I'm tired of you guys having to experience those interruptions. So yeah, but Dallas doing really well. Very excited for the upcoming updates, and also the Retro Dallas update will be coming very soon as well. So definitely be on the lookout for that. We'll also have a new model airport coming out this month, so I hope you guys are excited for that. Just a lot of great projects in general. So I hope you guys are excited for all this. It's gonna be absolutely awesome, and I'm really excited for what's to come. So with all that being said, that will do it for today's update. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. My name is Redriveraviation. I'd like to thank you guys so much for watching. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe, trust the process, do what you love, and love what you do. My name is Redriveraviation. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon as Redriveraviation is signing off.